Fairy Tales by Creangă. Purse with 2 coins. Once upon a time, there lived Grams and Gran. Gran had a chicken and Grams a rooster. Gran's chicken laid eggs twice a day, and she had many. But she gave none to Grams. One day Grams got angry and said,
"Listen, Gran, you throw a feast each day. Give me some eggs too, just a bite at least."
Now what is it?
answered the stingy old woman.
If you want to taste the eggs, beat the rooster and let him lay some for you. See now how I thumped my chicken, and now it gives plenty.
Hungry for eggs, Grams listened to the old woman. He called the rooster and gave him a bit, exclaiming,
Take that. Either lay your eggs or go away. Nobody needs a mooch living in their house forever.
Rooster slipped out of the old man's hands and ran wherever he called. He was walking along the road, and suddenly, lo and behold, there was a purse with 2 coins in it. He picked it up in the beak and walked back to the old man's house. On the way, he met a carriage with boyars. Boyar looked at the rooster intently, but then they noticed the purse and told the coach.
"Hey, come on down and check what's in the rooster's beak."
The coach quickly jumped off, called the rooster, and handed the purse to the boyar. Without thinking twice, the boyar immediately hid it in the pocket and continued on his journey. Rooster felt offended, but he decided not to give up and threw himself behind the carriage, repeating tirelessly,
"Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hear me, boyars! Give me back the coins!"
When the irritated boyar reached the lonely well, he said to the coach,
"Hey, well, catch this wretch and throw him into the well."
The coach immediately got down on the road, caught the rooster, and threw it into the well. Poor bird understood. He's in trouble. What should he do? He started drinking water. He sipped and sipped until there was no water left. Then the rooster got out of the well and again ran after the carriage, saying,
"Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hear me, boyars! Give me back the coins!"
The boyar, seeing this, was very surprised and exclaimed,
"Hey, what a rogue! Just you wait, I'll give you a beat, you tailed dandy!"
Having finally reached home, the boyar ordered his cook to catch the rooster, toss it into the stove full of hot coals, and leave it there. Grumpy old cook did as she was ordered. The rooster, seeing such a great injustice, began to spit out water. He poured all the water from the well into the flame. Then it completely went out, and the stove cooled down. He poured so much water that the whole kitchen was flooded, which made the cook completely angry. Then he picked on the stove damper, go out, and ran to the boyar's window. There he began to beat the windows with his beak and say,
"Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hear me, boyars! Give me back the coins!"
"Oh, how tired I am of this nasty rooster!"
said the boyar, even more surprised.
"Coach, take him away from me. Throw him into the herd of cows. Maybe some evil bull will gore him. Maybe the bull will raise him on his horns and throw him away, and at the same time save us from this misfortune."
The coach grabbed the rooster again and threw it into the herd, and the rooster was happy about it. He began to swallow bulls, cows, and calves until he swallowed the whole herd. The rooster pouted. He became the size of a mountain. Then again he went to the window, spread his wings so that the boyar's whole house was covered in the shade, and again he started.
"Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hear me, boyars! Give me back the coins!"
Boyar, seeing such a giant, almost fainted. He did not know what to do to get rid of the rooster. The boyar stood on toes until an idea occurred to him.
I will send him to my treasury. He may overeat himself of gold, but it will get stuck in his throat and I will get rid of him.
He grabbed the rooster by the wings and threw him into the basement to the treasury. And the boyar had so much gold, then he did not know how to count all of it. And the rooster swallowed all the money, leaving no coin. Then he got out of there, only he knows how. Went to the boyar window and started over.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hear me, boyars! Give me back the coins!
Now, after all that happened, the boyar, seeing that there was nothing to be done about it, threw the purse to the rooster. The rooster happily grabbed the purse in his beak and went home, leaving the boyar. Then all the birds of the boyar court, seeing the mighty rooster, followed him, as if it was waiting, not otherwise. Boyar, in shock, watched this procession and moaned.
Oh, okay, go away. I still got rid of this trouble cheaply. There was an evil spirit involved.
And the rooster walked proudly, and the birds all followed him. He walked until he reached his Gram's house, and there, at very gate, he began to sing.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Grams, hearing the voice of the rooster, happily went out to him and bah! What does he see in the gate? It's scary to look at the rooster. Next to him, even the elephant is just a flea, and behind him a flock of birds innumerable, one more beautiful and magnificent than the other. Grams, seeing his big and fat rooster, surrounded by so many birds, immediately rushed to open the gate.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo! Master, spread the blanket in the middle of the yard.
Grams, smart as a fox, did what he was told. Then the rooster stood on the blanket, spread its wings, and immediately the old man's yard was filled not only with birds, but now with all kinds of cattle. And the rooster dumped every coin on the blanket, and it sparkled so brightly that eyes ached. Gram, seeing this great wealth, did not know what to do, and began to curse and kiss the rooster out of joy. Then Gram came, who knows where from, and saw the treasures. Her eyes lit up with envy.
Grams,
She said timidly.
give me coin too.
Yeah, like I would. When I asked you for an egg, what did you tell me? Now go beat the chicken, let it give you coins. Look how I beat the rooster, you know yourself thanks to whom, and this is what he brought me.
After that, Gran went to the barn, called the kitchen, raised her by the tail, and beat her. My God, how hard! The poor chicken broke free from Gran's hands and ran away along the road. And while she walked, she found a bit and swallowed it. Then she quickly returned home to the Gran and began singing at the gate. Gran happily ran to meet the chicken. The chicken jumped over the gate, quickly past the Gran, and sat down in the nest. After an hour of sitting, she got off the nest. Gran came running and looked at what the chicken has carried. What does she see? The chicken has carried just one bit. Gran got angry from this, thinking that the chicken was smoking her. She caught her and beat her again until poor chicken completely ran away from the house. So the mean, evil Gran was left with nothing. From now on, she had only fed patience instead of eggs. And Grams became very rich. He built large houses and beautiful gardens and lived very well. Out of pity, he sent the Gran to watch the chickens, and he took the rooster with him everywhere. The rooster walked with a gold necklace around its neck and in yellow shoes with yellow heels, like a Dacian hero raider, than a chicken dinner.